is the ratio of the phasor voltage to the phasor current. In generally speaking, and specifically speaking in AC circuits, it is a combination of all current limiting properties such as resistance, inductance, and capacitance. And impedance is a complex number, and its unit is the same as resistance, to which the SI unit is the ohms. And its symbol is usually Z, and it can be represented by its magnitude and phase by the form in a polar form Z angle theta sub Z. Since V and I are complex, then impedance is complex. We can get the value of impedance by dividing the phasor voltage to the phasor current. Over phasor voltage. Since phasor voltage is V max angle theta V, we will substitute this to the formula. And the value of phasor voltage is I max angle theta I. In complex notation, we can express it to V max over I max angle theta V minus theta I. And this angle V minus theta I can be expressed to, so the final answer is that Z, since V max over I max is the impedance, and we can express it to angle theta Z. So we can get the value into complex polar form. In rectangular form, impedance can be expressed as Z is the function of angular frequency equals resistance as the function of angular frequency and the reactant the function of angular frequency. R is the real all value of resistance and X is all value of reactance. Since R and X are the real functions of angular frequency, then Z or impedance is dependent on frequency. Impedance of resistor. From the previous topic, we have phasor voltage equals the resistance and the phasor current. So, in getting the impedance of the resistor, we have that since impedance is equals to phasor voltage over phasor current, and in the previous formula, we have phasor voltage equals resistance times phasor current. So, we have multiply V equals R or I, then resistance equals phasor voltage over phasor current. So we can say that impedance is equals to resistance itself. Impedance of capacitor. On the previous topic, we have this formula: phasor current equals phasor voltage J omega C. It's the capacitance. So in getting the impedance of capacitor, since impedance is equals to phasor voltage over phasor current, we have to substitute the value of phasor current here in the formula. So equals to V over phasor voltage J omega C. Cancel out phasor voltage, then we get the value of impedance 1 over J omega C. And from this formula, we can express it to 1 over J X sub C, or the capacitive reactance, and we can express it to negative J X sub C. So therefore, the impedance of a capacitor is equals to negative J X sub C. Impedance of inductor. From the previous topic, phasor voltage is equals to phasor current times J omega L, or the inductance. Then, since impedance is equals to phasor voltage over phasor current, by substituting the value of phasor voltage into impedance formula, we get phasor current times J omega L over phasor current. Cancel out phasor current, and we get J omega L. So impedance is equals to J omega L. Since omega L is equals to X sub L, or the inductive reactance, we get the impedance of inductor is equals to J X sub L, or J inductive reactance. In finding the impedance for the series RL, we just simply adding the impedance of the resistor and the impedance of the inductor, just like the resistance law. Like impedance of series RL, the impedance of the resistance is R, plus impedance for the inductor is J omega L. So this is it. The impedance of series RL is just R resistance plus J omega L. And in finding the series RC, we just simply add the resistor and the capacitor. So impedance of series RC is just resistance plus the value of impedance of the capacitors, negative J X sub C. So the impedance of series RC is R minus J X sub C. In finding the impedance for the series LC, we have impedance for the impedance for the inductor is J X sub L, plus the impedance for the capacitor is J X sub C, equals to J X sub L minus J X sub C. From the equation, we can factor out J. So J times the quantity of X sub L minus X sub C. So we can say that the impedance for the series RC is J times the quantity of X sub L minus X sub C. And finally, in finding the impedance for series RLC, we just add the impedance for resistor, inductor, and for the capacitor, which is the impedance for resistor plus the impedance for inductor Jx sub L plus the impedance for the capacitor. this is the but simplifying further, we get R plus Jx sub L minus Jx sub C. Combine like terms and factor out J, we get R plus J times the quantity of X sub L minus X sub C. So we can say that the impedance for the combined series RLC is equal to resistance plus J times the quantity of inductive reactance minus inductive capacitance. Determine the equivalent impedance of the network if the frequency is 60 Hz. Then compute the current if the voltage source is Vt equals 50 cosine times omega t plus 30 degree volts. And the value for resistors is 25 ohms. For inductor is 20 millihenry, and for the capacitor is 50 microfarad. Okay, first, solving the individual impedances of the elements. So, impedance of the resistor is equals to 25 ohms. Since the impedance of resistor is equals to resistance itself, then the impedance for the inductor is, we have the formula J X sub L. So, substitute J times 2 pi times, since the frequency is 60 times 60 Hz times 20 millihenry. Computing, we have 7.54 ohms. And it next, getting the impedance for the capacitor equals to getting J X sub C equals to, substituting the values, getting J, and since the value of X is 1 over 2 pi, X is 1 over 2 pi times 60 Hz times the value of the capacitor is 50 microfarad. And finally, we get the value for impedance of the capacitor is to negative J 53.05 ohms. And since the elements are connected in series, we had the impedance is just adding of the resistance plus impedance for the inductor plus impedance the capacitor. So finally we get 25 plus J 7.54 ohms and plus the capacitor negative J 53.05. So Z total is equals to 25 minus J 45.51. And next, finding the current of the circuit network, we have formula I equals voltage over the impedance. So, in this given equation, we have given voltage, so 50 we have invisible angle of 30 degrees. We have 30 over the value of the impedance of the previous competition. We have 25 minus J 45.51 ohms. So transform this rectangular form to a polar form, so we can simplify it. 50 angle 30 degrees over 51.93 angle negative 61.22 degrees. Finally, we have the current equals to 0.96 angle of 91.22 degrees ampere.
And this is another problem for impedance. An impedance coil is found to have an internal resistance of 23.6 ohms and an inductance of 150 millihenry. At what frequency should the impedance coil take to achieve an impedance of 25 angle 19.265 degree ohms?
So the problem given, we are given impedance of 25 angle 19.265 degree ohms and inductance of 150 millihenry. So we have a formula for the inductive reactance equals X of F equals 2 pi F N. So frequency, we need to find frequency. So we have a formula for finding it. Then we need to find first the inductive reactance. XL equals D sine X. If you wonder where did this formula came from, it came from the impedance triangle, which is Z, the inductive reactance, and the resistance. And this inductive reactance, it came from this theory by the phasor diagram, which is BR and BM. So in adding these two, we have this resultants equal to VT. And from this form, we can write it by here. And it is same as this part. So in solving this part, we have the Pythagorean theorem, which is V sub t squared equals VR squared plus VM squared. Extracting square on both sides, we get the value of voltage total equal to square root of VR squared plus VF. So we prove that this formula here is equal to this impedance triangle. So VT it equals to impedance times I, and we have VR equals to R times I total, and VL equals to inductive reactance times I total. So substituting this theorem to this, we have VT equals VT is equals to Z I total equals square root of VR is equals to R I total squared plus, and VL is equals to X of L times I total squared. G IT equals to square root of R squared IT squared plus Axiel squared plus times IT squared. So G IT equals to factor out IT squared, we get IT squared times R squared plus X of L squared. Okay, square root of IT squared equals to IT square root of R squared plus X of L squared. Then we have the G IT divided by IT concept, so we can prove that this formula is exactly the same as this. So let's continue. This formula, impedance is given as 25. So it's 25 sine, and the degree is 19.265 degrees. So the inductive reactance is 8.34 ohms. So for this formula we can now find the frequency equals to inductive reactance over 2 pi L. So substituting 8.24 over 2 pi 150 millihenry, we get a frequency of 8.752 Hz.